Hey everybody, welcome back to the Budget Bladesman. And the blade we're going to be looking at today is the highly anticipated Civivi Elementum Buttonlock version. So let's open this up and take a look at it. Alright, so let's go over the specs real quick. So we're looking at an overall length of 8 inches. We're looking at a blade length of 3.5 inches. This is also like right in that happy medium, what we like for an EDC carry at 0.12 in the thickness. The weight is 3.42 ounces, so that's right under the ounce and inch line, so we really like that. It is a drop point style blade, and let's see if we can find it. It is a 14C28N steel. On the Civivis, it's always kind of higher. It is there, but it's kind of hard to find. It is a tip up, as you can see there. Tip up. It is ambidextrous, so right overhead and left carry. This is a push button opening, so you push it open right there. You see it swings open, and they call this plunge lock. So push button plunge lock opening. These are micarta scales. As you can see, they have several different versions. They have the brown here. They also have an olive, a dark green, and a black. I believe the black micarta is the only version that has the black blade. They also do have a carbon fiber that has a Damascus blade. Overall price for the standard ones like this are $66. For the carbon fiber, they go for about $109. Alright, so let's bring in our comparison knives. So first we have the K-bar dozer. As you can see there, pulls up, and it's pretty close overall length. We go end to end there, but then again you can see the blade difference definitely. See there, a lot shorter, or I should say a lot longer on the Elementum there. And then we'll also bring in the Tenacious, our new large comparison knife. You see overall just a tad bit shorter, and then blade length pretty close, pretty right on. If we go if we go sharpening from the sharpening choil there, the blade length is pretty close. You can see there. Get a shadow out of the way. Overall blade length, the Elementum is just a tad bit longer. All right, and then we have one other knife we can compare it to, and that is the previously reviewed Civivi Elementum, the standard issue. Here. You can see there, you can definitely tell this gets used. You can see there that the button lock is a little bit longer than the standard version. You can also see there's a little bit of some differences. Obviously, if we close this up, you can see this is a flipper, and this is obviously a button lock. And then we can see, as far as the handles, you can see there's this is full covering on the scale. There's a little bit of a cutout here on the original, and also that as far as the carry goes, the button lock is ambidextrous, while the original is right hand only. But they are both tip up. Okay, so let's get this out of the way, and we'll check these out in the shorts. Pull out our shorts here. Alright, and as you can see, this is a pretty deep right pocket clip, so this is going to be a pretty deep right. Once we get it in the pocket, you can see pretty much knife disappears in there. And because of the design of the knife, it's pretty slender, and since there's no tab or anything, flipper tab or anything like that, your hand's going to be able to get in and out of that knife pocket pretty quick. Even though this is a larger blade, because of the design, it's a pretty narrow profile. Pull the inside out here. You can see it's a pretty narrow profile. You get your full hand in there, and you can definitely get your front pocket wallet, or phone, or multi-tool, or flashlight, whatever. There's plenty of room in there, even though this is a little bit of a larger knife. But because of the narrow profile of overall of the knife and the blade, you have plenty of room to get something else in there. Pull these out of the way, go over a couple more things real quick. So just a couple things real quick. Like I said, this is a pretty narrow profile on this blade. Again, it is deep ride and it is fairly narrow, so those are some of the pluses. But as if you watch the regular Elementum review, I'm not really a fan over all of the Elementum. I do kind of like this one a little bit more, but I will say this is more, I would say, a knife enthusiast knife, maybe more than just a regular person's knife. And the reason I say that is because of the button lock. Even though it is cool, you know, opens and closes, you know, like that, there's no other way to open this. You can't, if you can see right there, I'm pulling on this, and you can't open this without pressing the button lock. And you can kind of slow roll it out. You can kind of do that and then open it up, but really most of the way, you know, most of the time you're gonna fling it out like that and pop it open. And I think around most people, unless you're a knife person, they're gonna kind of freak out a little bit over you doing that. So I really don't think this is unless you're a knife person, I don't really think this is gonna be a knife for you, you know, or to be around necessarily people that aren't knife people, just because of the opening, you know, factor. Even though it is cool, unless you really kind of just slow open it like that. If you open it in front of most people, you're going to snap it out like that, and I think most people are going to be put off by that. So this is maybe not be a great knife for everybody. I think this is more, like I said, a knife person's knife, I guess you'd say. The good thing though is it is really left-handed friendly, just because of the design. You can definitely, you know, pull it out like that. It is pretty easy to manipulate with your left hand if you're lefty. Even if you're righty, like I am, you know, you can see. And then closing it, it does close fairly easy. So that is a good thing about it. It is pretty easy to manipulate left or right-handed. But again, I think this is more just, you know, a knife person's knife, not necessarily or a knife you want to have around knife people, I should say. Also, I'm going to thank my buddy Rich for buying this knife. He's actually, as soon as this review's done, he bought this knife and it's going to him. So I want to thank him for putting money into my channel. You know, this is, like I said, this isn't a knife I was too keen on, and it's not going to stay in my collection. So he offered to purchase it. So I'm putting money back into the channel. So I want to thank my buddy Rich for helping out the channel and putting money back into my channel. All right, guys. So thank you for coming by and checking this out. We'll catch you next time. Bye.